Hi everybody and welcome to the i3Net interview series. I'm Bianca, the CEO of i3Net, and I'm really lucky today to be speaking with Kathy, who's the owner and operator of C2C Logistics. C2C Logistics have recently joined i3Net, and given the current pandemic that we're in at the moment, the rates for international freight are incredibly high, record highs, and I thought it would be a really good opportunity for Kathy and I to have a chat on Zoom and actually record that conversation so the members could find out about this space, get some ideas and solutions, and also learn more about our new members, C2C Logistics. So Kathy, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.
So to kick things off, I thought it would be great to start with if you could introduce yourself and your role at C2C Logistics and just share with us the types of services that you provide.
Sure. C2C Logistics are an international freight company and customs brokerage. We are locally owned, family-owned business. We've organically grown in the region. Our mantra is to support local business with international trade. And help our customers go through the complexities of import and export processes specific to their business and their commodities.
Fantastic, thank you. And as I mentioned before, due to COVID, it has been widely reported that international freight are seeing record highs at the moment. I was wondering if you could share some of your insights into this and when you think it will actually start to settle down.
Yeah, it really is quite bad at the moment. It's a bit of a perfect storm, and in my 30-something years of being in our industry, and it's a common thread of senior people in our industry that we've never seen anything like this. COVID was the catalyst, but it is a combination of a lot of things. Flights have been grounded globally, as we know, so limited space on aircraft is a big deal. Companies are being forced to convert to sea freight, which of course then causes congestion with sea freight. Vessels are at full capacity. There's shortages of equipment in certain ports around the world. Industrial action is causing vessel delays and rerouting of vessels as well. So, instead of coming to Sydney first, they might decide to go to Brisbane or Melbourne first, the vessels, and therefore adds time onto the scheduling and costs. So there's a lot of challenges. Freight rates at the moment out of China, 18 months ago, we're probably paying US $550 to US $850 a container. They're now at the rates of US $5,000 and US $9,000-$10,000 a container. And I'm afraid it's only going to get worse. Peak season's about to kick in mid-August, and that's going to add another US $1,000 to container rates. So things are not great in the world of shipping at the moment. Probably don't see any relief to that for some time, perhaps 6 months or so. Brown marmorated stink bug season commences on the 1st of September, which a lot of people who import from those affected countries will understand the complexities and cost impacts around that also.
Yes, it's definitely the perfect storm at the moment.
Yeah.
What do you suggest that our members can do to actually mitigate some of those costs and impacts into their supply chain?
Yeah. Honestly, first and foremost, it's a lot of businesses need to engage with their freight specialists, their international customs brokers and freight specialists, because there are many things that they can do to try and help them through this time, both for their supply chain and also cash flow, cost savings, a lot of these things. And some of those things can be to diversify supply chain. There's political tensions between Australia and China at the moment that we're all aware of. So some countries that other for manufacturing and supply that businesses are looking at, Vietnam, India, Japan, Thailand and Indonesia even. So maybe diversifying your supply chain where you can and not being as exposed to that fallout as much as possible. Consider paying everything in US dollars where possible. If you've got a US dollar account, or you can set up with a financier such as eBay or someone, that will at least help you with exchange rate fluctuations. Defer your GST. The government has schemes where you can defer the large import sales taxes, GST on your imported goods. Consider trusted trader schemes. I think another really good thing to do, particularly when you're in lockdown, is have your freight specialist and your customs broker do an audit or a health check on your supply chain. It's, you know, and that includes a reconsideration maybe of your Incoterms and understanding what your true costs are end to end in your supply chain. A lot of suppliers will say free freight or freight included, but there's no such thing as a free ride in this world, as we know, and you will be paying for that somewhere along the line. So it's really important to have a look at your Incoterms and what each step within that Incoterm is actually a cost imposition in your business. Look at tariff concessions. You know, a lot of people don't realise that have someone, your customs broker, do an audit on your product base, and any tariff concessions that they can identify, you can claim up to a 4-year refund on those products, 4 years worth of a refund on those products, which can amount up into some big money and a big cash injection for you.
Yes, that's it. That's some fantastic tips. Thank you so much, Kathy.
That's okay.
They were brilliant. One thing, Kathy, actually, when you first joined i3Net, you and I had a great conversation about where you really wanted to add value to the i3Net members. And I thought it was such a good conversation that I thought it would be really great if you could actually share those with the members, and a great opportunity to do that now. Yeah,
sure. Okay, so for us, the real value add proposition, I feel, that for the local business and i3Net members is that we are local, we are present and immediately present and accessible, and we do have a consultative approach to our business. So from the time that if whether you're involved in a big project and you're bringing something through Port Kembla Port on the multi-purpose vessels as such, or whether you're just bringing in a little satchel, you know, it's really important to engage with your freight company and talk them through that from the beginning and really consult with them and include them as part of your business. I mean, a lot of people undervalue the freight specialist, or they don't even consider it, but they can bring the same savings that another business professional can bring in, like an accountant or a lawyer. They are a specialist in their field, they are professionals, and they can definitely add a big value to your business. I think for us as well, that we, being organically grown and being a Wollongong person myself and being in logistics for so many years in the region, that, you know, I understand its challenges, the region's challenges. I do understand the region's benefits. We're very present in the community. We're proud of that in the Illawarra region. And we also make a very conscious and considered decision to give back to the region. So we will support everyone from stationery company to trucking companies to whoever we use in the area. Where possible, we will use a local company, even if it means paying a little bit more, even if it means, you know, we're very passionate about keeping a re-injection of funds into the local region.
One thing that I was really excited about was having a quality, local and experienced logistics company in the network, because there are a lot of Sydney-based companies out there, but to have somebody that is experienced and knowledgeable and from the local area is all what i3Net is about. Would you be able to share some of the ways that your business differentiates itself from your competitors?
Yeah, certainly. As far as, you know, system smarts goes and analytical tools and everything, we do have, we can match all the big boys in Sydney. We certainly got, there's nothing that we can't offer that they do. A lot of logistics companies, we don't own our own planes, we don't own our own boats. It's a service-based industry, and it is a professional industry, consulting industry. And so for us, we think that value is advocating for our local area, making sure injection of funds are going back into our local area, supporting business in our local area, being accessible. have an example, a really good recent example of that most members will probably be aware of and seen in the media, that Jamberoo Action Park are putting in a new water slide this year, and it was a big project for us. We looked after the logistics for Jamberoo Action Park in that, and the customs brokerage, and that project in itself will bring tourist dollars to the region. We supported local trucking companies to deliver that cargo down to Jamberoo Action Park. So all of the way through that project, from loading all the way overseas to being established at Jamberoo and landing on the ground in Jamberoo, it was all done consciously with a considered approach of supporting local business and local injection as a COVID recovery into our local region.
Amazing. That's such a good example, Kathy. Thank you for sharing that. That's great. Finally, in terms of questions, I wanted to find out, so if people want to find out more or have a specific question, how do they go about contacting you?
Look, 100%, it's critical to involve your freight specialist. We are happy to take any call, no matter how big, no matter how small. You can reach out to us on our website, which is www.C2C, that's the letter C, the number 2, the letter C, logistics.com.au, or even feel free to contact me on my mobile directly, 0424 656 744. Like I said, we pride ourselves on being accessible, no question too big or too small.
That's fantastic. And what I'll do, Kathy, is I'll be sure to include your contact details on a screen in this video as well, and also in the text below the video. Just looking at my notes now, that's actually all the questions that I wanted to ask of you. Is there anything else that you wanted to add before we sign off?
No, I just wanted to reassure everybody that it genuinely is a very tough time for international logistics and trade at the moment. We do empathise with that. We are watching some of our customers really struggle and battle through this. We are here to help. We are here to support genuinely. We are accessible. Do not hesitate. Pick up the phone. It costs nothing to have a conversation, and it really could be a saver for your business right now.
Fantastic. That's a really great way to end the conversation. So, Kathy, again, thank you so much for your time today. Welcome to the i3Net network.
I'm excited.
It is exciting, isn't it?
Yeah.
And we look forward to having you along at our in-person events when we get to kick those off again.
Thank you, Bianca. Thanks,
Thanks,
everyone.
Kathy. Bye.
Bye.